What is going on, YouTube? PPS here, YouTube Play of the Day time. Coming at you guys with two spots today. Not going to the NFL for this one. I'll be going to college football, and I'll be going to NBA for today's slates. We got to bounce back in NBA. I get it. It's I've been a day off on a lot of these guys. Talk about Kawhi there. Kawhi had 20 points in the first half yesterday against the Lakers on a back-to-back. Like, who would have thought that? I would never have guessed. And then Cade, I had his points assists yesterday as well, but I had 27.5, and he absolutely destroyed that. I think he had that many points yesterday. So, it's the growing pains of the early part of the season. So far this year, 1-3, minus 2.5 units. And then we have 9-5, 2.42 profit for football. So let's get right on into it. First play of the day I'm going to be going to is going to be Taj Brooks, running back for Texas Tech, over 107 rushing yards. Really like Taj Brooks in this matchup. Besides the fact that his volume is unbelievable, TCU has been shredded on the ground. You look at their last couple games, right? 5.8 yards per carry to Iowa State. They had three dudes over 47 rushing yards. We can go down this list of guys who have torched these dudes. Last week, 6.6 yards per carry to Kansas State. You can just go up and down this list of these teams that want to run the ball, right? And one thing is Taj Brooks is, as bell cow as bell cow can get in college football. You don't see too many 3 down full. I'm out there every single play backs, and that is what Taj Brooks is, right? 31 carries last week, 17 against Kansas State where they fell behind early, 31 against Baylor, 21 against Houston, 25 against West Virginia, 19 in a blowout of Tarleton State. This dude is going to get an absolute boatload of carries today. We've been seeing, like I said, 5.5 yards per carry allowed in the last 3 games for this TCU defense. And a lot of them are getting spread throughout multiple players, right? But if you add up all of these guys, they're getting over this number, right? Over 107. And Taj Brooks is the running game. He is the running back here. Just to take a look, last week, Taj Brooks had 31 carries for 105 yards against BYU. The next closest guy was 5 carries. That's how much of a stronghold this guy has on this backfield. Really like Taj Brooks today. Also really like his ability to break off the big plays. Not many of these backs that are full bell cows like this have the explosive capability. 18-plus yard carry in every single game but the first one of the year. And 3 games this year with 30-yard carries, 5 with 20 yards. So explosive, has a defense here that is more than willing to give up these points. And I think TCU wants to play from behind because they just throw the ball 50 times a game anyway. So it works out for both. Let Texas Tech 3-point favorites get ahead, and then you can do your thing. But Taj Brooks is going to be really, really important in this one, and I expect him to go way over this number. I will probably ladder this if I have the opportunity. Play number 2, and play number 2 is going to be Lauri Markkanen, Utah Jazz. I'm going to be pulling up my screen because both of them were going on DraftKings today. You can look right here, Lauri Markkanen, over 32.5 points plus rebounds at minus 115. And then Taj Brooks over 107, minus 115 as well. I love Lauri Markkanen today. First off, blew out the Grizzlies last night. 0-5 Grizzlies, I might add. Blew them out. So he only played 28 minutes, and he still almost got to this number, right? He played very, very well. 28 minutes, 4 for 6 from 3, grabbing 11 rebounds. What I've been really impressed with was his rebounding ability so far this year, right? 11, 14, 12, and 10. I wanted to throw that in there. They're still giving me an 8.5 line, but minus 140, I don't want to play around with. I don't mind a double-double. It's like plus 110. But I think Lauri can absolutely shred these dudes. But also 16 rebounding chances per game so far this year for Lauri Markkanen. I think part of that is because Walker Kessler has just been that bad. He has been really terrible for these guys. I'm really surprised at how bad he has been playing. He's usually last year he was really good grabbing rebounds, blocking shots, but only 18 minutes yesterday for him, mid-20s. And you know Laurie's going to play a lot if this game is close. Seeing a competitive matchup, 1-point spread, and also Laurie's just been really, really good from the 3-point line to start this year. And I want to roll with these guys that are hot, right? These guys that are hot right now are guys I want to roll with, especially early on in the season. Because if you start slow, right, it will carry on with you. But if you look at Laurie, he's been shooting 43% from three in the first 4 games. Yesterday he shot obviously 4 for 6. But the dude's a phenomenal free throw shooter if it comes to that. Has had pretty good success outside of yesterday in terms of fouls, only one time, which was yesterday. So the blowout plus the fouls, and he still almost got to this number. I really want to just go to this guy again. We don't have to see him travel either, right? He had the back-to-back last night, 28 minutes, but they're going to be staying there. Another home game, 1-point spread. I think that we're going to see Laurie continue to put up his shots. Outside of yesterday, he's been averaging almost 19 shots per game, 10 of them being threes, right? So really important here for him to obviously continue shooting the ball well. And I would want to be shooting from the outside too in this Magic matchup, right? You're going to probably be having you'll have Wendell Carter down there. You'll have a lot of good bigs down there to contest those shots. So sign me up for some Lauri Markkanen, hitting some threes today. Over 32.5 points plus rebounds to go along with my boy Taj Brooks. Over 107.5 rushing yards, minus 110 on DraftKings Sportsbook for both of those. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hit that like button if you haven't already. We appreciate it if you subscribe as well. Going live tomorrow. So have that notification bell on. So thank you guys. Have a good one, and best of luck on this thing.